Hey, welcome class. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to walk you through, in this video, I'm going to walk you through taking your outline and then how you're going to take your outline and put it together in a decent paragraph for each body paragraph. So this is the body paragraphs for your research paper. You've completed your outline. In the first project, in Research 1 project, you completed your outline, you got some quotes, you got at least 10 sources, and you've taken your quotes and you've put them in your outline. So real quick, I'm just going to take this example outline here. I just got part of it actually. You can see I have just written down introduction and background, and then the working thesis statement example that I have. It says the U.S. government does not provide health care insurance to the majority of working citizens. As a result, citizens are suffering and looking for alternative options of health insurance. So that is an example thesis statement from an outline. What I have here is the first subtopic. So this is the first section of an outline, and here we have the topic's going to be effects of no health insurance on U.S. citizens. So what this student is doing, and actually this is from a former student's research paper from last year, effects of no health insurance on the U.S., is how that student is setting the stage for the idea that the U.S. government needs to provide health care for its citizens because of suffering, and there really isn't that many alternative options. So there are two quotes that they brought in to set the stage that there are effects on health on U.S. citizens because of no health insurance. This one, here's the first one. 44 million people in the United States do not have health care. And 1/3 of uninsured adults reported that they have problems paying bills. So these two quotes the student found online at Detroit Public TV, okay, on the website. Now, here's the second one. So we have the average cost of equipment is twice the monthly income of majority of patients, and this is medical equipment that somebody may use. So that's the quote that somebody got, okay, from this website, Healthcare Services. So let's say you have that, and as I've talked about in class, you need to have two quotations for your body paragraph. Okay, so the paragraph that we're going to write, we're going to take this and we're going to write a paragraph for it. The topic for the paragraph is that cost is a big factor in people not having health care. So that's the topic of the paragraph, and we're going to use these two pieces of research, these quotations, facts, as evidence in the paragraph. Now, I've already composed this, so I'm not going to do it in front of you. Or actually, the student already composed it, but I'm going to show you the example of what the student came up with so you can do the same thing. So I'm bringing this over so you guys can see it. And here is the paragraph that student came up with. As you can see, we have a citation right here, and here is that quotation. About 44 million people in the United States do not have health care. Also, more than 1/3 of uninsured adults report they have problems paying bills. All right? And then we have our citation. If I look down here, yet the average cost of this equipment is twice the monthly income of the majority of patients. So those are our two pieces of, and actually I'm going to highlight that for you so you can see this is the evidence. All right, I'm going to actually bold it. That didn't work. Take that and we'll bold there. It bolded for us. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to bold that piece of evidence. So you don't need to bold it in your actual paper. I'm just doing that so you can see. Here's our pieces of evidence. So what I have here is this is our topic sentence. Cost is a huge factor in many citizens around the country suffering because they do not have health care. Now what's our evidence? Now we have our quotation from the outside source, and we end up with that in parentheses, and then we have the explanation sentences. Remember, you need a couple explanations. Many people do not have health care because Many people who do not have health care may not want to take the medicine they need because it's too expensive. They would rather suffer than buy the medicine they need. The issue continues due to the high cost of medication and treatment. For instance, durable medical equipment devices are necessary for the elderly to navigate their day-to-day activities. So this explains this, and then this sentence sets up this quotation, which is this piece of evidence, and then we're going to explain it. The durable medical equipment also helps citizens if they are suffering from not taking their medicine to help them move around the house. It doesn't help the citizens get better, but it helps them to walk while they are sick. So we have two explainings. I don't know if that explained it very well. Probably one more sentence would be pretty good. But here is the example paragraph of what you want to come up with. Topic sentence. Then we have our evidence, quotation or statistic from the outside source. We end in parentheses. We explain it. Then we have another quotation as evidence for this topic. And then we explain it again. And that's a sample body paragraph. So for your paper, you're going to have about 8 different quotations and about 4 different body paragraphs at least. Okay, for what you're doing. All right. So, any questions? Please ask me in class. Thanks a lot, guys.